Yo, my nigga Ant, what's
What's
going
good
on with
with
it, man?
what's good with you, OJ?
Oh man, I'm good. Before we start, man, let me go and give my special shout outs, man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC, 7A Sports TV, BFTV, Drew Titan, Sugar Free Mars, the whole LDBC. Shout out Contraband TV. That's my boy from neighborhood. He do his thing. And definitely shout out the Way Podcast, the Insane Talk Podcast, the P Nice Show, the Elephant Moon TV and Avenue Rap TV. Let's go on and get into it though. Ant, what's up? Talk to me, man. What you want to talk about, big dog?
Top of that draft last night.
It was definitely rigged, brother. It was
Why
definitely rigged, brother.
why everybody keep saying that though?
Because it looks rigged. You can literally tell it was rigged, big dog. Like you can literally tell it was rigged, bro.
So you saying that like if you the weakest team in the league, you supposed to get the first round pick?
Uh Basically, yeah. I
How
mean,
you figure?
not saying that it's a foregone conclusion, but what I'm saying is I'm sorry about that. What I'm saying is this, brother. Uh you don't trade Luka Doncic, right? You don't trade Luka, get Anthony Davis, Max Christie, a first round draft pick, and this pick swap with the Lakers, and then turn
Okay.
around all in 1 year, all in the same calendar year, and get the first round draft pick. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
After having a championship ready team and Nico Harris,
How's the championship ready team though? How's the championship ready team?
uh,
Kyrie not coming back to January or February. You got an agent Clay Thompson that really didn't have did nothing this whole season. You got Anthony Davis that stayed hurt. You have two centers that was hurt all year long and stuff,
okay.
and you have no small forwards on the team. So how's the championship ready team?
Okay, so when you say championship team, and you definitely say that they do have a small forward, which would be Clay Thompson, which at the shooting position, and you get PJ Washington can pay both forward positions. Okay, Anthony Davis came over hurt. You are 100% right, but you've seen what the damage that Anthony Davis can do when he's healthy. Now, just imagine him, Gafford, Lively, that monster, that monster healthy.
Hmm.
Now that's a dynamic, and when Kyrie come back healthy, he comes around the back by February, March ish.
Yeah.
That's a dynamic for a championship team with a champion, with a pedigree of a championship coach.
Okay.
Jason Kidd won a title with the Lakers, so that makes him a championship coach with championship experience. And Anthony Davis won a title as well.
But yeah, and no.
I don't. I mean, it's either you won a title or you didn't.
Okay. So it's a bubble title. So we for one, we're not gonna count that as a title.
Don't. I don't care where it was at. Was it with NBA players?
Okay. It was one NBA players. Yes, it was.
Was
But
it was NBA players, right? It was
was
it NBA referees.
fans in the was fans there and stuff like
So
with any kind of.
let me tell you something. Is a league still a league without the fans or not? Is a YouTube still a YouTube page without subscribers and watchers or not? It's still a YouTube page, correct?
Yeah, but then when you have fan there, it make difference. So let me ask you a
It
question.
does not make any difference, brother. It
Hold on,
was
hold on,
it,
hold on, homie. You play basketball, right?
yes, I do.
You go to the gym play basketball.
Yes, I do.
Is it different there? Is it different when is bad bitches there than no bitches there?
It doesn't matter
It
because
doesn't
I'm
matter
there.
though. So hold on, you
I'm
don't
there
you
to I'm there to take your head off. I don't care who's in the stands. I'm there to take your head off.
so let me see if it's a bad bitch there, like a bad model bit of only fan bitch there, right?
It does. It
You
does.
not gonna try
It.
you're not gonna try to like go a little bit harder.
No, I'm gonna go hard
Okay,
whether it's people in the stand or not. When you
okay.
play this game, look, this honestly, bro. When you're playing this game, bro, it don't I don't you tune out everybody. It's like when you're in a boxing
Hmm.
ring. You tune out everybody. People won world titles. Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko during COVID. Is he not? Did he not win those titles because there was nobody in the stands?
He did win a title, yes, he did.
Okay, so that means the Lakers won those titles, correct?
It's just like for me, it felt better when you get to go to your own city play or go to my else's city play that like get a home field advantage this and third. And then when you in like the crowd,
No
the
one,
crowd make
no,
the crowd make it better.
no one
But
had home court advantage.
we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. We're talking about
Oh,
the
well,
draft.
okay, one more thing. We're here to talk about that, but one more thing. Did Drew McIntyre not beat Brock Lesnar?
And then you know how he feel. Like how did Drew McIntyre feel? He feel like that championship was a paper title because they on the fat being No one really recognized him being a champion, and he hasn't been a champion since then because of what the COVID season. Even though he
Okay,
had signed for almost a whole
good
year.
thing. Good thing. The NBA and the NFL is not scripted. Then and boxing's not scripted, nor UFC. But go ahead. Let's
Okay,
talk about the draft, brother. Let's
okay.
get in. Let's talk about the
So,
trades and the drafts.
so my thing about it is, I feel like me, honestly, me, Dallas or the Spurs should trade out that first round pick.
My bad. I got a call. My bad.
That first, that first and second round pick. Can you think about it? If you get Cooper Flag, don't get it wrong, he's gonna be a monster. He's probably gonna be a great person and stuff. Like Gordon Hayward, or he probably gonna be like a Laurie Marker and everything like that. Great, great, great. But how about
Mhm.
you? Like, you know what? I'm gonna trade that first round pick. Like this, how the Cleveland Cavaliers did about 10, 11 years ago with Andrew Wiggins. You trade
Yep.
that first round pick
Yep. They drafted Wiggins
for
and traded for Kevin Love.
for a superstar like a Giannis or a KD or somebody like that, that caliber and stuff. Somebody that want to leave, but they don't have the pieces around the move yet.
Well, I spoke on that yesterday with
Okay,
with Dallas actually. What if Dallas trades the first round pick to Milwaukee to get a
okay.
Giannis Antetokounmpo? If I never spoke on the KD, but KD would be a good pickup, but then you would have to trade something for KD. I can see KD actually in Dallas. If you put KD in Dallas, man, that is hey, bruh, it's a wrap.
You got to think about it. Clay. He go back with Clay and Kyrie.
Oh
Like
my
Kyrie,
God.
and then you don't have to rush Kyrie back and stuff. You can let Kyrie come back on his natural ability and stuff. You still got AD there and stuff. You still got Center there. You still got Spencer Dinwiddie there and stuff. You still got like a lot of pieces there and stuff. My
Yeah.
thing about it is I don't think Dallas gonna trade that pick because of what happened with Luca. I think they want to build a new superstar. They want to build a Cooper Flag. They want to build like a face into the NBA and stuff. And they
Well,
think Cooper Flag he could be like the face of the NBA and stuff. But if you think of the Spurs got the second round pick and they got the number I think 12th or 13th round pick and stuff. That's real interesting right there. Cause thing is a team that need to rebuild. Like Phoenix Suns, they have Devin Booker. Don't get me wrong, they have Devin Booker and ready to build, so they can rebuild with they can trade KD.
okay.
Uh, Bucks last 3 years they got knocked out in the first round stuff. So they're like, you know what? Dame Lillard probably gonna be going for the whole year. That's Achilles injury. That Achilles injury it lasts like a year or so. Like it's gonna be hurt. Even if he come back during playoff time, he's still gonna be rusty.
Right.
Um, and if you got no Giannis there and stuff, like you really don't have no team, so you can start rebuilding. So my thing about it, start rebuilding. If you look at the draft right now, the second best player is out of Ace Bailey or the point guard. Spurs don't need another point guard. They still got Darren Fox. They got Stephen Castle that just went rookie of the year, and they still got Chris Paul that can sign for another year. That's
Right.
3 point guard. Why would you add another point guard and stuff? That'd be bad for you, my opinion.
Uh, Chris Paul won't be there next year. Maybe that's it.
But you still got De'Aaron Fox and you still got Stephen Castle. 2 point guards right there. Why
Okay,
would you add? Why
but
would you add another point guard?
is hold on, wait a minute. I didn't know Cooper Flag was a point guard. I thought he was a forward.
No, I'm talking about the second pick. The second pick is the point
Okay,
guard.
I'm
They say
sorry.
the second one is the point guard. And the other one Bailey, he's a small forward.
Okay.
That's the top 3 picks and stuff in the league in the draft right now.
Okay. My whole thing is I see it like this. So I mean, what are you suggesting? What are you suggesting happen?
I suggest my bring about it. I don't think Dallas gonna trade that first round pick because they want Cooper Flag to be that could be a face of the NBA right there and stuff. That could be somebody that could be a face of the team right there and stuff, and
Okay.
build around the team. And with Dallas, you have aging players. Kyrie's not 25 years old. He's 33, 34.
Correct.
Clay is like what 35, 36. AD he be 33 this year or so. So that's they're all in their 30s and stuff. So you bring a young guy and stuff and let him not be the star player and stuff, and he don't even be number one option, even number two option. He be the number three option, and that's a good number three option to have. Got a team, but I think the Spurs should trade that second round pick straight back for a superstar.
And what
Get
superstar are you suggesting?
I mean, Giannis, you can trade back for Giannis, cause then that give them Marky Buck and stuff like a point guard for the future and stuff. Or you can trade with Phoenix for KD and stuff. That give the Suns a point guard for the future. I mean, like, you gotta think about it. I give him the second round pick and some like little like Johnson and some other people for like the Spurs for that second for let me see KD, and I give him, and then I say like the other point guard. Boom, and you done. KD and Wimby and Stephen Castle.
What
And,
position?
you still got De'Aaron Fox.
What position is KD playing?
KD plays small forward. His natural position. Haven't played the small forward when he played with OKC.
Okay, so who's gonna dominate the ball? Because Wemby's a star, can do the same thing KD does.
But then that's the thing about it is we always say Wimby take too many threes and stuff. He takes too many shots to threes and stuff. Now you put Wimby in that post. You tell me who can stop Wimby in that post right now?
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis 6'10", stopping Wimby at 6'4", 6'5".
Every matchup that Anthony Davis and Wemby's had, Anthony Davis won those matchups.
Okay, so that'd be a good matchup. Besides Anthony Davis, who else is stopping Wimby in that post? Besides
Uh,
probably Joker
Jokic,
and Embiid.
Embiid.
So three out of 30 teams gonna stop can stop Wemby probably in that post. But not stop him, but slow him
Gafford,
down.
Gafford, Lively.
Okay, so then you got Wemby. You stopping Wemby right there, right? Cool. I got KD.
Okay.
I got De'Aaron Fox. I think I Stephen Castle. That he a bull. He a dog. The person that can average 17, 18 points. Any average 17, 18 points coming off the bench.
Okay.
Coming off the bench. Now to have him as a starting shooting guard. Had De'Aaron Fox as the point guard. KD. Then you got Wimby. And then you get like an average center, like a center that's a defensive center. Somebody like let me see. Give me a good center and stuff. This is
Uh,
an average center and stuff.
uh,
Average center and stuff. They're
uh,
gonna give you a couple rebounds. Give you like like 7 or 8
boy,
rebounds.
name he in Chicago right now. Andre Drummond.
Yeah, Andre Drummond. Somebody that got mature, old enough and stuff. Bang, bang, bang. Then you got a team, a starting five that can compete with the West. Compete with the West.
How many games is KD missing this year?
You probably made to the 15 game, but then when you have De'Aaron Fox, when you have Wemby and stuff, you can miss to the 15 game and still compete. Can
So
I ask a question? Can I ask a question? Is De'Aaron Fox like a top 10 point guard in the league?
yes,
Okay. Did Stephen Castle won Rookie of the Year this year?
right.
And Wemby, are they trying to pay him as the face of the NBA?
One of the faces of the
Okay,
NBA.
one of the faces. Okay, one of the faces. Yes. Is he still like a top 10 player? Like if you start the team, when you start Wemby, you draft Wemby as like somebody you want to like build around.
Definitely, yes.
Okay. And KD still KD.
KD is still KD.
Can he still get you like 20 points, like 5, 6 rebounds, and 2, 3 assists?
Yeah, correct. You're right.
With that right there, you good.
So what's your
Or you get Giannis.
okay?
Don't get
Where
you get go
where are
ahead.
we? Where are we putting Giannis at?
The same thing, small forward.
Giannis just cannot play the small forward.
Why can't he?
Giannis cannot play the small forward. He can't keep up with the small forwards of today's time. He can't consistently play small forward. Is what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
Or you can play power forward.
Okay, where's Wimby?
Center.
So Wimby center, and okay, and what are
So
we giving? What are we giving up to get Giannis Antetokounmpo?
you give him Keldon Johnson. You give him a um Second, whatever his name is, with the rainbow hair and stuff.
Okay.
The num the and number two pick,
What else? Because you're not just gonna get away with that with getting Giannis
and you,
Antetokounmpo.
and you get him the 13th round pick.
Okay, but doesn't it sound better when you have? Let's go with Dallas's package. Dallas package says this is what Dallas package get the number one pick this year. You
Uh
can
huh.
get the Lakers 2029 pick, and we'll give you our pick for next year's lottery. So you get this first year, you get our next year's first year, and the Lakers pick. So that's three first round picks, and you get maybe Gafford, Lively, Max Christie, and
But don't.
maybe a shooter for Giannis,
But
or
so
even
that Laker pick. What year did that Laker pick?
2029.
2029.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rather have it now. So I got two first round picks in the first round this year. Why would I
Okay.
not give you two first round picks this year and some role players for Giannis?
Depends on who's coming out next year. Depends on who's coming out next year. Who are we considering coming out next year?
But
And
you don't have next year. You got 2029. You don't have next year. You got 2029. We don't know. That's somebody like the freshman right now and stuff, or somebody that's sophomore right now and stuff in high school. We don't know. We don't know about that.
look, man.
I'd rather have two first round picks right now. Boom. If I'm rebuilding, I'm rebuilding. The Bucks are rebuilding.
Right.
You got an old Brook Lopez. You got a Kyle Kuzma that didn't really do nothing in the playoffs. You got a Dame Lillard that's really that he on his last leg and stuff, and he go for the whole year, so he gonna be go for the whole year.
Okay.
No Chris Middleton no more and stuff,
Okay.
and and you got Tyrion Prince and the Gary Trent Jr. That's all you have.
Okay. So what are we? What am I trading? If okay, what am I accepting if I'm Milwaukee? Is what I'm asking you again.
And you get two first round picks. So when you got two first round picks, you get out of you get the point guard from let me see what the guy name from Rutgers.
All I'm saying is three first round.
You get out of Ace Bailey or you get Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper, the point guard, shooting guard, and what did he average this year?
What did who offer? What did who? What did who?
Huh?
What did who? What did who offer?
Dylan Harper is 6'6", and he averaged 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists this year
Okay.
at Rutgers. So if I'm rebuilding for a team, I need a good point guard. And then on Fat Bean, if I get another first round pick this year, not years after later on, this year I get a center. Now that'll put me in position to like, okay, I'm rebuilding, but I also got somebody behind me, behind the team and stuff.
Okay. So my whole thing is this. This is my thing now. You got to hear me out on
Hmm.
this one.
Okay.
So what you're telling me is okay. You're taking the San Antonio Spurs trade package, correct?
Yes, I'm not taking Dallas trade back. Dallas not gonna trade that. Dallas not. My name, Dallas got an agent team. They're not gonna trade a what they say is like a once in a lifetime player as a Cooper Flag
Yeah.
for yeah. They're not gonna trade them. That'd be done for them to trade.
Well, because
They'll kill Nico Harris.
so Harris said we're trying to win now. That's the thing. When you're in a win now situation,
Okay.
when you're in a win now situation, I can understand why Nico said what he said because they want to win now. So you have this prospect over a proven talent, which would be Giannis Antetokounmpo, which is a proven talent. You don't not you go for what you can depend on now instead of something that has to prove itself. The NBA is a different type of game that Cooper Flag is not gonna quickly adjust to. But you have one of the most dominant power forwards in the game right now, and all I
That is
have to
true.
give away is Cooper Flag. Trust me, there's gonna be another generational talent 3 years down the line. Let's get this title now because the fans in Dallas are not seeing Nico as the asset. They're seeing him as a liability for getting rid of Luca. So if you can get rid of Luca and get me Giannis Antetokounmpo, the fans will respect him more for that. Now I could be wrong, but I just see that as a more of as a better fact. You know,
And
you
that's a great fact. That'd be a good trade package. I just don't think how they looked at like in the draft last year, like and then when they if you see how they won the draft, like the guy that won the draft and stuff, he pointed at Cooper Flag said, "We got you and stuff. We gonna pick you up and stuff." So the fact being, for the last 2 years, everybody comes saying Cooper Flag going number one, number one, number one. He
okay,
worked out in the Olympics last year, so I think the fact being they looking at him Cooper Flag as somebody that can really just move the needle. Now you got a
okay,
Clay Thompson and stuff. Clay Thompson be the third, be the fourth option on the team.
okay,
Fourth option. So he's a pop shooter guy and stuff now. He's not somebody I got to rely on. Somebody he's a pop shooter and stuff. Somebody to get to the corner and stuff. Pop shooter, boom. You get a point guard that can just stay there till Kyrie get back and stuff. You
okay.
you
But
good. And then you still got Anthony Davis that can put up 25 and 15
right.
easily. And then you got the center and stuff that down. Now AD don't have to play the five position. He play the four position.
And
Or
once
when you go,
go ahead. And once again with AD at the four, he got injured fairly easy. Again, playing the four. I mean, you have anything to say about that or what?
I mean, he gonna get injured regardless. Injury come regardless of. If you look at these playoffs and stuff, injury
Yeah.
came regardless. Tatum went out. I don't know what's up going on with you guys Achilles injuries and stuff, but everybody getting hurt with Achilles. Like,
When you say
look,
you guys, I'm a Laker. I don't care for any
okay,
team that has anything to do with
I
Boston.
apologize. In the NBA, a lot of people are injured in their Achilles. The Achilles injury is a hell of an injury and stuff. I don't know if you ever injured your Achilles before, but that's a hell of an injury. That's like the ACL and stuff. That's a hell of
Right.
an injury and stuff. So that's like
Right.
at least nine to 10 months recovery time right there. So,
With
so
modern medicine, they can get it down to 7 or 8.
okay, well, medicine you still, but thing is you still going to still recovery time. Still need to get all right, 7, 8. So 8 months right now. 8 months from now is what it is January.
Right.
So that's still you still missed 3 months of the season right there.
Okay.
Cause you come back after Christmas. So really, it's like 9 months. You still gotta get back in basketball shape.
Okay.
So my thing about it, like Tatum, he got hurt with the Achilles. Lillard, he got hurt with the Achilles. Kyrie, he got hurt with the Achilles and stuff.
Well, no, Lillard didn't get hurt with the Achilles. Lillard got hurt because he had blood clots, if I'm not
No,
mistaken, correct?
no, and then he came back and stuff, and then he tore the Achilles.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he came back for 2 games, and then he tore the Achilles.
Okay, so he tore his Achilles. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So my thing about it is I don't know what's going on with these guys Achilles injuries and stuff, but
I don't really, I don't like Dame Dollars too much, so I didn't really keep up with the Bucks this year. That's my boy seven
yeah,
eight thing. I'm more of a Laker, but go ahead, though. I hear you.
I respect that. I respect that. But the thing is, like, he's still Dame Dollar still one of them niggas and stuff. But
Okay.
my thing about it is, I think Milwaukee's trying to rebuild now, and stuff, and Giannis trying to leave. That would be the best thing about it. They trade Giannis for that second round pick and stuff, and that 12th, 13th round picks. Yeah, I can
But
rebuild with that.
you're not getting anything though for those players. I mean,
I'm
you don't
rebuilding.
trade
I'm rebuilding.
you
I think
don't
about.
trade.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. I mean, but you don't trade Giannis Antetokounmpo for a whisper in the wind, as you say it. You don't trade him for a whisper in the wind, bro. For a hope.
That's
I
true.
don't see it. You know what I'm saying? But I do see if you can. Okay. I'm trading Lively and Gaffer or Lively or Gaffer, and I'm trading this person here to you know I'm trading these guys,
Your
and
camera
hopefully
off. Your camera off. But go ahead.
it's off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know I turned it off. What I'm
Okay.
saying is this though. This is what I'm saying. Um, I'm trading for if okay if I'm Milwaukee, I'm trading
Hmm.
for. Oh, you're gonna give me young Daniel Gafford as the center? Okay, because I'm getting rid of Brooke Lopez too. So you give me PJ Washington, Max Christie, Daniel Gafford, this first year's round pick, the first number one pick, next year's, and the Lakers. I'm taking that because I can build with that. I got young talent, I got centers, and we can build with Dame Dollars come back. I'm taking that package. Is that not one of the? That's not a good package.
That's a good package, but the fact being, Dallas not going to trade because of what everything happened with Luca.
I mean,
Yes,
listen,
they're in a win now mode and stuff. But then if you look at that,
all is forgiven if you go get Giannis Antetokounmpo.
but
You
then you
got
look at
Anthony Davis and Giannis Antetokounmpo
then you look at
for
Anthony
Luka
Davis,
Doncic.
Anthony Davis and Giannis. They're gonna be clogging each other up. They're gonna be like each other way.
No, no, because AD does not have to play in at the center position. He does not have to play in the paint. AD can get on the wing and play because he's a mid-range threat and he can shoot the three ball.
So you're gonna have a 6'10", 6'11" guy on the
Yes.
wing.
Not on the wing, but in the mid-range like Paul Gasol did when he played with Andrew Bynum. Paul Gasol did not play in the paint until Bynum went to the bench. He played 16 feet out because he can spot up and hit that mid-range. So can Anthony Davis.
I
Remember,
think that,
we seen Brooke Lopez and Giannis Antetokounmpo do it.
yeah, but then again, Brook Lopez was a shooter then and stuff. He was a
Okay.
shooting. When he came to Milwaukee, he was a shooter. So that's not. I don't think my thing about it. They clogging each other up and stuff. That's not gonna work. My opinion. I
What
might be
makes you
wrong.
believe that? What makes you believe that they're gonna clog each other up? Like, what makes you believe that?
My opinion. You guys think about it. Giannis goes to the Giannis in the paint in the post, right?
And
Stay in
Anthony
the
Davis
post in
does
the
not
post.
have to be there. Anthony Davis does not have to be in the paint. That's why
So
he
we
always wanted to play with a center. If you seen Anthony Davis when he played with Dwight Howard, when he played with JaVale McGee, when he played with Mark
n-
Gasol, he played 15 feet out.
no, he don't want to play with the center because he don't get hurt and get abused and stuff. Because he's fragile and stuff. He don't get
What
hurt. He don't
position
get
did Anthony Davis play when they won the NBA title?
4 or 5.
He played the four, and when the centers went to the
Yeah,
bench, that's when he played the five.
yeah. When he goes small, my thing about it is he don't want to play the 5 because he don't get hurt and abused and stuff. Because they get the centers a little bit more powerful and stuff, and he gonna give you that little elbow and stuff. To give you a little boom, boom, boom.
Well, well,
That's what
well.
he don't
The,
want to
the
do.
the thing is with Anthony Davis is Anthony Davis he does not get hurt as much at the five than he does as the four.
How do we know that? Because thing is,
Okay,
ever since that,
what the thing is this?
ever, ever
Salaries
since,
have to match.
ever since,
Salaries have to match. So if you have $50,000, if you have $50 million, right?
yeah.
Who are you adding? Because KD is 50 million. Who are you adding to that $50 million salary? And remember, it's one for one to make it make sense now. That's the new CBA. So now, are you signing a person out of nowhere? You picking him up? Hey, yeah, take this right here for 50 million, like the New York Knicks did, or how are you doing this? Explain to me that. How are you doing this?
Okay.
Because remember, Phoenix can't take back more salary. So what are you talking about? So talk to me. And if
Uh,
and if I'm Milwaukee, I'm foolish to only take a year draft pick, one first year draft pick, and the second round pick for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and honestly, some bums.
so you thinking Dollar gonna trade their pick? I think Spurs gonna trade their pick,
I mean,
right?
we didn't look. It didn't look. I mean, when we seen Cleveland trade their first round pick, which was Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love, I mean,
Hmm.
they won the title. I mean, we're talking about a title. We're not talking about potential. We're not talking about potential. You know what I'm saying? People, players like the likes of Kobe Bryant, players the likes of LeBron James, players of those caliber, those dudes don't get traded. You know what I'm saying? But Cooper Flag, you don't trade a Shaquille O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? But you trade a Cooper Flag for Giannis Antetokounmpo. You definitely make those trades.
So Giannis' contract is 49 million, almost just say $50 million. And
Okay,
so you know you know who I'm trading?
talk to me.
Boom. Okay. If I'm the Spurs, this is if I'm the Spurs.
Okay,
Devin Vassell, his contract is $27 million.
okay,
Keldon Johnson, his contract $18 million.
okay.
A
Can
first round
can
pick.
can, can the Spurs? What is are where are the Spurs at in salary for one? Can the Spurs take in more salary than the Bucks? Because the Bucks can't bring in more salary. They
You
have
can
to take less salary. They have to kick salary out.
that's
So
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. If I could Devin Vassell contract is 5 years, 135 million. So his average is $27 million. So if I get him that right there, boom. Kevin Johnson 4 years, 74 million right there, $18 million.
right,
So that's right there, 727 plus 18 and stuff. That's that 45 million. That's 45 million right there.
okay,
And then I give Jeremy Sochan and stuff $5 million. That take care of all the contract right there. And then I'm giving you a first round pick, a first round, not the first round, but the second round pick and stuff
okay. Now you're
for
giving them a first round pick, but you're giving them the second pick. You're not
you
giving
take.
them
I mean,
number one pick
I mean,
overall.
yeah, I mean the second pick in the first round. That right there and stuff. You can rebuild your team and stuff, and still be competitive in the East. Still be
Okay,
competitive in the East.
okay.
And
So
you got
say,
and you got some people and stuff.
what are you giving up to trade for KD? I mean, the KD is the same. Is the same package.
Same package. Same package.
Okay, so what you're telling me is this: you're taking that package over Dallas offering you the number one pick in the draft, which is Cooper Flag.
Yes.
Next year's first round pick, which is going to be Dallas, and the 2029 first round pick for either Phoenix or the Bucks, which you guys are rebuilding. You're
I
rebuilding. Could
I
you
under
imagine? Wait a minute. Could you imagine Cooper Flag with Devin Booker? And Bradley Beal. Do you know how much stability they will have there? The ball not going to be sticky. Devin Booker can be where he's at, and the ball can do what they do there with a young Cooper Flag. And who are you trading? You're going to get a center. You're going to get a center. Because like I said, they're going to take more salary. So Daniel Galford is getting making 8 million. You get the young boy Max Christie who's making 18. You're taking less salary and getting what you need. That's
I'm
just
on
in
the phone. I'm on the phone.
Phoenix
I'm on the phone. I'm on
for
the phone.
KD.
I'm on the
For
phone.
KD, that's what you're getting.
I'm on the phone.
You get what I'm saying? You got a mute button right there, brother.
Okay.
You got a mute button.
My bad.
So what I'm saying is this: uh, you get so much more in the trade package than you would get. You know what I'm saying from you get so from the Spurs. So if I'm the Bucks or if I'm the Suns, I'm taking three first round draft picks. Um, you're gonna give me Daniel Gafford. You're gonna give me Lively, and you're gonna give me Max Christie, and you're taking more salary in. Okay, cool. We'll take that. Make it happen. Because I don't believe that Dallas is in fluctuation to where their salary cap is messed up. But I do believe Milwaukee can't take in more salary. Neither the Suns can take in more salary, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure though. You know what I'm saying? But like I always say, Dallas needs to, for one, Dallas needs to thank God that the NBA loves them so much because there's no way possible that the Dallas Mavericks got the first round pick, got the number one pick in the draft after losing Luka Doncic. Like that is crazy. But we all said that the NBA was rigged, but don't blatantly let the world see, hey, the NBA is rigged by giving the Dallas Mavericks the number one draft pick. Like that makes literal no sense. And then
I
within. Go ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
If you look at the Milwaukee Bucks contract and stuff, besides Giannis that got $45 million and stuff, and then besides Dame they got $44 million. The next person they got is Kyle Kuzma. That's $22 million. Besides that, nobody really making a lot of money and stuff. But go
Okay,
ahead.
but what I'm saying is they can't take in more salary.
Why
You
can't
get
they?
what they can't take it because they're over the second apron if they take in more salary. As far as I'm saying, as far as the Bucks can't take in more salary. They're top heavy on the salary. They can't accept a $50 million player. You feel me? If you're shipping Giannis out, okay, if you're shipping Giannis out, right? What are
Hmm.
what are our needs? Okay, what are our needs? Okay, we're weak on the perimeter. Okay, we're gonna get another young dude. We're gonna get another young dude in Max Christie, right? Young player, young hog. We're gonna get a center because we're gonna get rid of. We get rid of Giannis. We're gonna get rid of Brook Lopez. He has to go, right? Okay. So we got Bobby Portis to back that up. So okay, give me Lively, give me Gafford, two young centers. Okay, we and Max Christie.
I'm not. I'm
We
not. I'm
solved
not. I'm not
that
trading. I'm
problem.
not. I'm not trading both my centers away.
But you got Anthony Davis and Antetokounmpo.
I'm still
So
not
it
trading both
doesn't
my
matter.
centers.
I mean, you might have to. I'm just saying you might have to. I'm just
Okay.
saying but if you have to. So you're trading in that salary right there. You're still bringing in less salary, right? You're bringing in less salary, right? And you're bringing in Cooper Flag. You're ready for the future. You're young. You're ready for the future. You're ready. Same thing with Phoenix. You're ready for the future. If you get rid of Kevin Durant, okay, I got rid of Kevin Durant. I bring in Lively. We don't have a center. We was using Yukov Nurkic trash. So we're gonna get Lively and Gafford, or just Lively or Gafford. And we're gonna bring in Max Christie, and we're gonna bring in Cooper Flag. We're young and we're ready. We're poised and we're ready. Either way, we're poised and we're ready, and we're talking about first round draft picks. If I'm Dallas, okay, you can have Cooper Flag, you can have the Lakers 2029 first round draft picks to Phoenix. Okay, fine. Here, take KD. Cool. Now, if I'm getting Giannis Antetokounmpo, here you take this year, you take our next year's, and you take the Lakers. I give you three first round draft picks for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'll take that pick. I'll take that. Plus, since you like both people don't want to be there. Giannis don't want to be at Milwaukee no more. KD don't want to be at Phoenix no more.
Oh, now you see it my way now. You see it my way now that it's better for them to take my pick over San Antonio's, right?
Yeah, but my thing about it is this thing about it. I don't still don't think my thing about it is Dallas would love Cooper Flag and stuff, and I don't think they want to trade away that pick. That'd be a dumb pick to trade away.
Not if you for Giannis Antetokounmpo, you would be a fool to pass up Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm sorry, right?
The win right now, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, that'd be done to track up on Giannis.
Right.
But
What have you ever heard of a bust? Have you ever heard of a bust? A
yeah,
first round bust?
yeah, Anthony Bennett.
Right. And there's host of other first round busts. Giannis is a proven player. Giannis is a proven player. Plus, Milwaukee's gonna say, "Hey, you're giving me all of this, and I still have a talent in Dame Lillard. Now, Dame Lillard can run the offense the way he wants to run it. Now, he doesn't have to defer to Giannis all the time. They wasn't mixing anyway. Their games didn't correlate with each other. So now I can start over, and I still have a superstar in Damian Lillard. If I'm smart, I get rid of Doc Rivers. I bring in a running gun coach, or a coach that's not like Doc, because Doc is not a good coach. I'm sorry. Uh,
Why do you keep getting? I don't understand how that man keep getting chances. I don't know. I don't understand that.
Doc is
And,
like
and I, and I,
last year. Go ahead.
I don't want to speak bad about Doc and stuff as a as a black coach and stuff, because a lot of black coaches don't really get chances like that. But how does man keep getting chances after chance after chances?
Well, he gets it because his name is Doc Rivers, and he won a title
But
with
thing is, they
with
actually claim
Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce, Ray Jean Rondo. They're not equating that Kendrick Perkins, Big Baby Davis. They're not and Tony Allen and them boys, Leon Poe, and they won that title, and they trying to say, oh, it was because of Doc Rivers. No, it was literally
no.
because of the talent that he had on the floor. Those guys were the
Exactly.
coaches.
You had even how you want to put it. Garnett is top five point guard, well, top five power forward all time. It could be top three, top five ever, power forward all time. Right or wrong?
100% right. And me, I'm gonna say
But
Timmy.
you
I'm gonna
Timmy,
say Timmy. I'm gonna say interchangeable. KG or Dirt interchangeable.
interchangeable.
Uh, then I'm gonna go to Malone,
Mm-hmm.
and
And then
after that it gets tricky.
that's top five. That's a top five.
Yeah, it
Paul
gets
Pierce.
tricky after that.
Paul Pierce he's still the truth. He still
Oh, my
did
bad. And
same
Chris
stuff.
Webber. And Chris Webber. Go ahead.
And I'll put Chris Webber up there. So right now,
Man, that boy was a fucking monster. But go
don't get me
ahead,
wrong,
Tony.
Chris Webber he was a monster and stuff. But even right now, do you want to put you pick Paul? You pick Kevin Durant or you pick Chris Webber right now?
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, yeah. Chris Webber. Who do you pick at power
Well,
forward?
Durant was a three. So are we taking Durant coming
Okay,
in or Durant now? Like, is
okay,
Durant really a four?
okay. He can play the four. Okay,
I'm
then
going.
okay.
I'm.
My bad.
Go ahead.
Giannis or Chris Webber.
See, I forgot about Giannis. Yeah, yeah, definitely, I'm gonna take Giannis. But let me tell you, you're not doing Chris Webber no justice because Chris
No,
Webber was a
don't.
monster. The only thing that stood in front of Chris Webber was two legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bean Bryant, and Phil Jackson. That was the only thing that stood in front of Chris Webber in
My thing about
age.
it, I remember Chris Webber from Fab Five. I remember Chris Webber from the Sacramento Kings. Don't get it wrong. I remember Chris Webber and stuff. I remember what he used to do and stuff. Get buckets. The Kings
uh,
had a
uh,
team. You had
uh,
Chris Webber. You had Bobby Diaz. Hold on. You had Doug Christie, Mike Bibby. You had Pager. Like you had a team with that Kings team.
yeah, Bobby Johnson. You had a squad down there, and the only dudes that stood in their way was the Lakers. I mean, you got Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. You're not gonna get past that.
You not.
Uh, like I say, and remember, if I'm not mistaken, Chris Webber was the first round draft pick, and Penny went second with a swap. You feel what I'm saying? With a swap. So man, I tell you like this, man. When you
But
talking
then,
power forwards, that would be another show. Let's talk another. That's another show. Let's just
but
let's state the
my thing about it,
obvious.
Doc get too much credit for what he did almost 20 years ago and stuff.
What do you
Yes,
mean? What do you mean?
he get credit for the championship he won almost 20 years ago.
Who?
Doc.
Oh, definitely. Doc Rivers, man. Let me tell you, Doc, what Doc had on that squad, what people do, that squad was destined, bro. It
Uh huh.
didn't matter what happened. That year, that team was motivated. They was dedicated to the grind. That Boston Celtics team was ready, and they beat my Los Angeles Lakers, which
Yeah,
made Kobe Bryant come back even harder. But
he
you
did.
see, with the same team that they had when Andrew Bynum was healthy, and they went
That,
up against the
that's
Lakers.
so now, let me ask you a question, and I know we get on the subject right now.
Go ahead.
Andrew Bynum healthy, Paul Gasol healthy, Kobe Bryant healthy, versus that oh 07, what the oh 07, oh 08 Celtics teams.
Uh huh.
Who would have won that? Like all three of them healthy.
Man, that shit would have went to seven, bro. It would have went to seven, and I'm gonna get an edge to the Lakers, man, because
Okay.
man, they showed you how much of how much they was missing Andrew Bynum, but they came right back and showed you, hey, we can beat y'all. We can
But
beat y'all.
hold on. But thing is, I ain't gonna lie. No disrespect to the Lakers and stuff. And I know you're a Lakers fan. The Celtics had a better bench than you guys had.
That's not true. We just didn't have. If you go back and watch that series,
Okay.
we
Hold on.
didn't. We didn't. Go ahead.
I'm gonna see the benches. You had James Posey.
Yep,
You
James
had
Post,
you had
ring
Eddie.
chaser.
You had Eddie House.
Yep, ring chaser, 3-point assassin, ring chaser as well.
You had Tony Allen. You
Defensive
had
stopper.
you had Big Baby.
Yep, fat boy.
Yes. Boom.
Okay,
Like that.
so tell me, do you remember what was on that Lakers bench? I mean, you
Uh,
run it
you had
down on the
You had Sasha Vucic, right?
two-time NBA champion Sasha Vujacic,
You had
two-time NBA champion Jordan Farmar,
John Farmer. John Farmer. You had John Farmer and stuff. But my thing about it is, from what I heard, this is from I heard.
Vladimir Ratmanovich.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Oh man, you got to go back to the
From
super
from from from
Seattle Supersonic
from,
days. Go
from what
ahead,
I
I
hear
hear you.
is Jordan Farmer, like his high school, his like around the way in how he was in LA and stuff. He didn't reduce that in the NBA.
Whoa, he went to NBA championships. I don't understand what you mean when you say that.
Okay, so when I from what I heard, this is what I heard. Jordan Farmer was a bucket. He's a straight bucket
He was a bucket in the
in
league.
LA. He wasn't a bucket in the league, so when I
Hold on,
consider a bucket and stuff,
we're veering. Let's have this conversation for later on. We're veering off course to where we're
okay.
talking
So
about trade packages. I don't want to veer too
all
far
right,
off because we'll
okay,
go down that
all right.
rabbit hole.
So my thing about it, you think the Dodgers gonna trade that first round pick? I know for a fact they're not gonna trade that first round pick. I think the Spurs would be better trading that second round pick and stuff
Mhm.
for out of a superstar, and then you can start rebuilding.
The Spurs does not have the Spurs don't have what Dallas has to trade that would entice the Bucks or Phoenix.
So if I trade you two first round picks this year and stuff, how that don't entice you?
Two
How does
first
that?
round picks. Okay. You can trade me two first round picks now, right? But are any of them two first round picks Cooper Flag?
Dylan Harper is a bucket.
I ask you, yes or no. Are
No,
they
no,
Cooper Flag?
no.
So okay, fine. Okay. So now I'm not getting Cooper Flag. You said who you said Dylan?
Dylan Harper, he's a bucket, a straight bucket.
Okay.
You know,
Is he
Ace
Cooper
Bailey,
Flag?
no.
Okay, so he's not Cooper Flag. So what you're telling me you're gonna offer me is this. You're gonna give me you're gonna give me Cooper Flag. You're gonna give me a ready Max Christie, who's offense and defense. You're gonna give me Daniel Gafford and maybe Isaiah Likely. You're gonna give me the next year you're gonna give me that first round pick, and you're gonna give me the Lakers 2029 pick, and I'm in a rebuilding. That means I can let Bradley Beal go because I know I got these other things coming in right now. That means I can let you know what I mean. Like you gotta like let's talk the odds and averages is here. You're getting more with a package. You're getting more from a package from who? If you're Milwaukee, Dallas. Who are you getting more of a package from? If you're Phoenix,
Dol- yeah, Dallas, of course, Dallas.
Dallas.
But
You
my
get
thing
it
about
from
it with Dallas,
Dallas.
my thing with Dallas, Dallas not gonna trade that first round pick. It's not gonna
We
trade
thought this.
not one pick. My thing about it
We
is
said the same thing. We said the same thing about the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they shipped fucking Wiggins out of there.
for LeBron James. Yes, I'm.
No,
Anybody gonna trade that pick?
he didn't get
My bad.
traded for LeBron James. He got traded for
For,
Kevin
for
Love. What
Kevin
are you
Love.
talking about?
My bad. You're right. But we both knew that them two not gonna match up because they think Andrew Wiggins was supposed to be the next LeBron James stuff. They both made the same position and stuff. That wasn't gonna match up and stuff, right?
But and then let me ask you this question now:
Hmm.
is this a proven league, or is it or is it a proven league or a prospect league? I'll say it again. Maybe you didn't hear me. Is this a proven league or a prospect league?
Prospect.
How?
'Cause
Explain to me. And you just
why
told
would?
me the number one draft pick was traded for for Kevin Love.
Cause that wasn't gonna work. That wasn't gonna work. Two small forwards. My number one pick is small forward, and then I just got LeBron James back. That wasn't gonna work.
So, okay, so
I literally got LeBron James back 2 weeks ago and stuff, and I had the
okay.
first round pick and stuff, and my first and the best person to pick is Andrew Wiggins. So
What I'm saying is this: Cooper Flag will be traded. He will be traded, and Dallas is either gonna get KD, or they're gonna get a 30-year-old Giannis Antetokounmpo, and they're gonna pair them with Anthony Davis.
that'd be dumb. That'd be dumb.
KD and Anthony Davis. Oh my god.
Oh, KD, that'd be nice.
Oh
Giannis, that'd
my
be dumb.
god. Giannis the same. Anthony Davis showed you that he can play with centers. He wants to play with other centers. He's playing the same game with Daniel Gafford and Isaiah Likely right now.
No,
He's playing the exact game. Yes, he is. He's playing the exact same game. I mean, I know you don't want to accept it. I know it's hard for you to like imagine, hey, you know, Giannis going to Dallas Mavericks or anything like that. But your best bet is Giannis to get out the East because Philly's not showing any posts right now.
let me see. Look at my Philly team right now. We're gonna know, and we don't get on subject.
I mean, they have the
Tyreek,
third round pick. They have the third pick in the draft.
Tyreek Maxey,
Okay,
bona fide
overrated,
all star. No,
overrated,
okay.
overrated.
We need. We got Jerry McCain that can play the small forward.
Okay,
We still have Embiid. Um, and then we still got Paul George for the 4 fucking years for some odd reason. So why not? Hey, we get a small forward or we get a power forward. So put Paul George out of the small forward or the shooting guard position. 'Cause he's older now, so and let him dominate as a small forward, a shooting guard, and you get a power forward. Now you
when
got a
have you
power
ever
forward.
seen Paul George dominate anything but Doc Rivers' daughter?
He tore that ass up. He dominated. Hold on, he dominated with the Pacers. He was in the MVP running with the OKC. So
Who
yeah,
lost?
but when he running for MVP,
Who lost?
okay,
Who did he lose the MVP to again? I'm just guessing. I don't know. I'm not sure who. The
James
fat
Harden.
white guy, right?
Uh, what fat white guy?
It wasn't for
Uh uh
it wasn't for the fat white guy.
It was James Harden.
Oh, okay, it was James. James. Oh my God, I forgot James. James is a disappointment as well.
How? How?
James disappear in times where you need James Harden, and James just I don't know. There's no way that the Clippers should not have beat the Denver Nuggets, but we ain't talking about that now. Let's talk about the draft. I mean, like I say, who is the Philadelphia 76ers taking?
Out of Ace Harper. Not Ace Harper. Out of yeah, Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey are they gonna need a power forward.
Okay,
The
okay.
bet the best thing we do is take Ace Bailey because he's a shooting guard slash small forward, and that's both
Uh-huh.
position that we need and stuff.
Okay.
And then if we put him in a small shooting guard, we can put move Paul George down to small forward, and then we need the power forward.
Okay. Okay. And you need a healthy Embiid as well.
Yeah, we need, but Embiid he had about a month of layover and stuff, so I think he's gonna be good. He just need to get in shape.
That's crazy that he won an Olympic title and then came into the season hurt. Like, do you think that they should trade Embiid?
No,
So keep
no,
Embiid, don't trade Embiid.
no.
The Philadelphia Sixers' best move is to trade Joel Embiid. I'm sorry, trade
For what?
Embiid.
For what? For what?
He's a cancer to the team. He's just not good anymore. He's not good. He's not what he used to be. Joel Embiid, he's just not good no more. I'm sorry, he's just not good anymore.
Are we talking about the person that just won MVP and stuff a couple years ago?
Yeah. Who you said that he shouldn't have won it. You said Giannis should have won it. I'm not Giannis. I'm sorry. Jokic. If I'm not mistaken, you did say that, correct?
Yeah, they did.
Excuse me.
And B should have won it the year before. Jokic should have won the year, and B won it and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you did
So that's
pretty
what
much.
I think that's what they're gonna do this year with Shea and Jokic and stuff.
Well, Shea should definitely win it.
This year,
They should already announce Shea to win it, but whatever. They want to give it to Jokic so bad, so don't be don't be shocked if they give it to Jokic again because Shea should
my
have won it last year and this year.
my thing about it is why not get the Jokic?
Jokic doesn't deserve it this year. He does not deserve it this year. He has not been the MVP. Jokic is man awful. Jokic is not good, bro. I'm sorry. Jokic is not good to me. But that's to me. But hey, that's my time, man. We'll come back later on and we'll chop it up later on about this if you're free.
All right.
So let me go in and do the outro, man, before we get up out of here, man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC, 7A Sports TV, BFTB, Drew Titan, Sugar Free Mars, 503 Lion, Stormy B, man, everybody in the LDBC, man. Shout out to my boy Contraband TV. He from neighborhood, man. Definitely, if you from neighborhood, definitely go check him out, man. Shout out to everybody from Long Beach doing content, man. Much love to y'all. And now it's time for the outro. Shout out Avenue Rap TV, Elephant Moon TV, the P Nice Show, and the Viral Way Podcast, man. Let Long Beach in the building, man. Much love, much appreciation. Thank y'all for being here.